decentralized casino where users create the bets, right?
There's no way, and I'm not super familiar with Polymarket. There's no way that's how they bill it.
That's a good question. I don't know how they market this thing.
These are contract markets?
Yeah.
Okay.
The world's largest prediction market.
Prediction markets.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different prediction markets out there in crypto protocols, but Polymarket is by far the largest, and that's probably because A, the liquidity that they have, and B, it's a no-fee platform.
This is a lot like a Predict It, or there's Kalshi, I think, is another one that comes to mind, but similar, except this is on-chain.
Yes. So Polymarket is actually built atop the Polygon blockchain, which is a layer 2 to the Ethereum network.
Right.
So all trades settle ultimately on Ethereum, but the whole order book and that management is settled off-chain right through the protocol. So if you're placing bets and, if you're, are you, I actually can't see it. Are you on the, what are you looking at?
No, you know what? We've got your slide up here introducing this as a degen casino. You trade or you bet or you make your predictions with USDC. There's a central limit order book. This is really cool.
Yeah. It used to be an AMM.
Okay.
So it used to be an automated market maker, which meant that the liquidity was provided by the users, kind of like you do with Uniswap.
Got it.
But in a different fashion. They migrated, as far as I can tell, to more of an order book.
Okay. Let's, if we can throw up the browser here, it's probably easier just to look at Polymarket and the interface if you're not familiar with this. This is, I think this is a pretty cool use of blockchain technology. It runs on Polygon, like Mike said, and here are some of the most recent bets or the top predictions, I suppose, whatever you want to call them. And this is fascinating because there's, a serious amount of money in some of these.
I mean, if you look at the presidential election winner, and by the way, the political markets are the top 10.
This is where the activity is.
All the activity is in politics. And
do you think they're big enough or efficient enough that it's predictive in any way? It represents, anything of any accuracy?
I mean, I don't think it does, and that's where I think that's where I think the opportunity is.
Okay, well let's talk about that in just a second. But I just want to look at this. So you come in here, you connect your wallet. You have to use USDC, so presumably you've got to get that into Polygon. You have an account or something, you deposit it.
Right.
But you do this all on chain, and then you just come in here and I don't know. Let's just take this one. Will Biden drop out of presidential race? $3.9 million has been bet here. You click on this, you can see how that's changed. So obviously, less than 20% chance is what people are betting on right now.
Right.
Okay. And then up here, this is your order entry, your ticket.
Sure. And are you able to type a 1 into there?
Yeah, well, I can put 10 in there.
Yeah, okay. So you can see a 19% chance, but as you increase the amount, your odds go down significantly because of the lack of liquidity in here. So if you go from $10 to $1,000 or $10,000, you're going to see the average price is going to go up. It looks like it's only going up pretty small here, but I was on
let me
some
change it up
earlier.
A little bit, or you said 5,000.
Yeah, actually 5,000.
Moved a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. But this looks very liquid compared to some other ones. So by default, it takes you to a market order. But if you click on market, you can actually change it to a limit order.
Okay. Interesting.
Which is great. Yeah. So you can work these limit orders until they get the size to fill it, and they'll fill it, and it will stay off chain until the bet is finalized. And if we can take a look at the rules section, Ryan, on the left underneath the probabilities in the chart, it will tell you, so who says that this is actually an outcome, or who says that this happened? So there are rules embedded in every single bet, every single contract made that tells you where they're getting their information from. It's not an oracle exactly, but it does tell you how they're going to come up with a resolution.
So they're not all standardized in that sense, but it's pretty clear how it works for each one of these bets.
Yeah. I mean, they have one on aliens. You know, how are you going to standardize the outcome of that?
Where's the alien one?
Go to search markets and type in alien.
This is how you get to it? You found this?
Well, this was. I've been following Polymarket for months now, and this was a trending one. So if you click on will the U.S. confirm that aliens exist by June, you can see it's a 2.4% chance that they're going to say yes. But
what happened here?
Well, I mean, this was, if you remember, a few months ago, aliens was all the talk. And this was a real market, so I was watching it. You could actually put that trade on.
So this is not just one trade or a bad
No.
mark or something?
No, this was a market. And I remember that. And I pulled up aliens because I remember on the days, maybe it wasn't up to 39 cents all day.
Okay, but
it
they had
was,
those congressional hearings, and we're really on the cusp of the aliens are here now.
Yeah.
And the market's
you
got
could have got filled easily.
21%.
You could have got filled easily over 25% chance. I mean, sold it. Or you probably would have bought it, Ryan.
No, I would have sold it there. I think I'd sell it here. This is cool, Mike. All on Polygon. I've got to keep an eye on this. But you don't think that this is efficient? I mean, I get that, sure. It's kind of silly when you look at the alien bet and that it was priced at 25%.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's silly, at least. Who knows anymore? You can maybe make some money there. But is it, it's efficient, it's liquid. How do you think about it?
Well,
Are people even on this?
It's somewhat liquid if you're trading small size. There are quite a few people on. We're going to look at the chart pretty soon about the daily users and see how that.
Well, as we have this up, I do have it on DeFi Llama that I punched in here.
Oh, great.
And so this isn't users. We have a couple other charts that are pretty much the same thing. But here's TVL, which is a pretty good indication of activity, at least for Polymarket. You can see what that TVL is comprised of or how that's calculated. But going back to the beginning of the year, I mean, we're down here at less than 10 million, and we're at 25 million now, so we've doubled.
All-time high.
It's not that much, 25 million, relatively speaking, but it's definitely growing. So you're seeing more and more people come to this. It could become more accurate over time.
And I just wish these guys had a token because I would have bought it a long time ago. Because I only see this because this is so highly correlated with the rhetoric out of Washington and the upcoming election.
You could actively trade this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just see this TVL doubling, maybe even tripling in the next 3 months. I don't know what would cause it to slow down unless you think the noise around the election is going to quiet.
Right. I doubt it.
Yeah.
No token. Is there another way to invest in this? If it's on Polygon, you buy Polygon. Is there some like macro trade? But it's not big enough for it to really be that much of an influence on Polygon, right?
Yeah, there's really no way.
Anything.
There's no way to get exposure to it at this point.
Yeah.
But instead of buying the token, you can just trade the markets.
Yeah. Any other markets while we're still on this that stand out to you? Honestly, the election stuff's kind of boring to me, but I kind of see where maybe you could go in and hedge some sort of sports bet that you have elsewhere. Not that you can do that with your sports book. Crypto prices, you can get long crypto or you can just bet on where the price will go. GME is an entire category. What do we make of that? What are some of these? Warren Kitty, billionaire by Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much does he have in, I think he has, I'm not sure his position size, but I would probably sell that one. But this is what I like about Polymarket is because if you know something, if you know a niche and you kind of own it and you just track it, you like tracking it, then you could find opportunities in Polymarket. If you know, if you're in Wall Street bets, Roaring Kitty, the stock market, you could be like, there's no way that's going to happen. Obviously, it's not.
So in your opinion, there are wild mispricings at times?
Okay. I mean, what do you think, Ryan? 39% chance of aliens existing?
I would sell that.
You could sell that.
I would sell that, but it was 1% right now.
Yeah.
But if we do see that market move higher, I think you sell that.
Yeah. The only downside is, well, not downside.
Big tail risk there. That is kind of like the black swan event.
Yeah.
Right.
Is with the risk-free rate being so high as it is, these most of the ones I'd sell are the 3%ers, but it's not worth the risk. I'm getting that over the course of 6 months in my bank anyway.
Right, that's a good point. Well, we'll keep an eye on this, see how it evolves. But this is an interesting use of blockchain. At first, I was like, what does this have to do with crypto? Because I know you talk about Polymarket quite a bit, and we've written some articles on it on the tastycrypto website, so check that out.
Yeah.
But it wasn't clear exactly what this had to do, but it's all connect your wallet, it's on Polygon, use USDC, so tokenized dollars, real world assets on chain, and you're able to interact with this as many others are as well.
Yeah, it's really neat.
In a kind of decentralized manner.
I mean, I use it a lot of times if, something happens and I just want to see, I don't like reading political news, but if I just want to see, okay,
what are the markets saying? What
Trump got convicted of this.
What are people saying on chain?
What does that mean?
On chain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, Ryan, it's also fun because if you click on any of these, I don't think you want to click on them because we're on air because of what they say in these threads.
Okay. The comments.
there's
I
a
can
there's a
only
very
imagine.
robust community
I'm sure.
in the Polymarket. So check that out on your own time only, please, because I was going to do a copy and paste screenshot. And I couldn't find one section where I could actually, publicize it.
Glad you didn't.
Yeah.